Hi there guys, and welcome to today's technique video here on Stamping with Val. And today I'm going to be showing you about how to use your acrylic blocks to stamp with. So one of the cards I did at class last week was this one, which I blatantly cased from the lovely Alison in Canada. On the artisan design team with me, because I thought it was just such a fun card, and with it being the holidays, to be honest, I was really struggling to come up with any designs of my own with the kids around and what have you. So when she shared this one, I knew that this was going to be perfect for my class to share with them. When she'd created this sort of background panel for her balloon to sit on, she'd used watercolouring onto watercolour paper. And as I'm sure many of you know from visiting my blog, I don't really do watercolouring. I find it a bit messy. It looks beautiful when other people do it, but I get too het up about it. But I thought that actually acrylic block stamping would also work really well to create the background and would be a really fun technique to share with my class. So I thought I would share with you how I did this in case you've never had a go at using your acrylic blocks to create a background for you. So here's my acrylic block. I also have a piece of thick Whisper White card. You want the thick or shimmer card or watercolour paper because it is going to get a little bit wet. Okay, but if it's not too wet, you can get away with this. And then you're going to want the colours of your background. I've got Pool Party and Wild Wasabi. And basically we're just going to go directly from the ink pad to the block. So I want a bit of grass at the bottom. I should have started with the blue first, really. Otherwise I'm just going to get green in my blue now. I'll do it carefully. And then on the top half, I want to add some blue for my sky. Now, if we were just to stamp it like that now, you actually don't get the world's best impression. The best thing to do is to give it a bit of a mist with some water. Again, if you get it too wet, then this card won't like it, but watercolour paper would be fine. So this is just some water in a mister bottle, and I'm going to spray it off screen because I don't want ink to go all over my board, but I'm just going to sort of at arm's length give it a bit of a mist. Not sure if you can see now whether that's a bit damp now, and the colours might run a little bit. I've cut this card to be the same size as my block plus a little bit all round, just a little bit, and then when you're happy, down the block goes, good press all over. We found that sometimes it helped to have something underneath, you know, one of those foam mats to stamp on. That sometimes helped get the pressure a bit better. That's not bad. So there we go. We've used the block. The wetter you make it, the more watercoloury, smudgier kind of a look you're going to get. But I didn't want it absolutely sopping, otherwise I'll end up sopping. So, and this card wouldn't have liked it to be too wet. So there we go. Now we've got a bit of sky and a bit of grass. And now that panel can go on the card and have the other elements added to it. So there you go. There's a tip for using your acrylic blocks in your stamping. Alternatively, instead of using the ink pad, you could use your markers and you could scribble the marker over the block and then give it a bit of a mist before you use it. That's another one. Or obviously Alison did it by just watercolouring directly onto the paper, which is obviously a fab technique in itself. But I hope you've enjoyed acrylic block stamping and today's video, and thank you very much to Alison for her fabulous card design, and I'll be back on the blog soon with more projects. Bye for now.